let us introduce contestant number 2, Ms. Choi Anissa. The title of her speech is the intrusion into personal lives truly a matter of public interest? You now have 3 minutes. You may begin after the bell rings.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when confidentiality is thrown aside. In 2010, WikiLeaks released classified US military documents containing the names of Taliban informants on the net. And now, the Taliban is using these documents to hunt down and kill the innocent informants. Ladies and gentlemen, privacy is not just a matter of keeping the name of your crush a secret from your mom. It is a matter of life and death. People may lose their lives because some of us demand for the right to know over the right to privacy. Today, I'm here to tell you, public interest is not equal to intruding into personal lives. It is not the same thing at all. Confidentiality helps maintain social order. In 1992, a mosque in India was destroyed. Despite the government's request not to showcase the destruction, the press cited public interest. Images shown in the news instigated riots that caused deaths of more than 2,000 people. Is this really public interest? We claim for a right to know, but does that mean intrusion of privacy? Yes, we have our personal rights, but it's not the same thing as having the right to do anything we want. Ladies and gentlemen, my right to swing my arm stops at your face. We claim for a right to know, but why do we believe that it's important to know everything? Let's take tabloid newspapers as an example. What do you gain from knowing who's with who, who's in a relationship, and who's single at the moment? How does it improve our lives by knowing that this certain celebrity had plastic surgery? Privacy is considered a fundamental human right recognized in a UN Declaration of Human Rights. And this explains even more why the right to privacy is so important to us. Public interest is of course important, but public interest simply means the general welfare to society. It is not synonymous with the right to know. Public interest is not the right to invade personal lives. Finally, confidentiality is a necessity to public interest. Executive Council members can speak freely and honestly to the Chief Executive because of their confidentiality. And this also allows the Chief Executive to listen to different views without prejudice. Some of us say that we may hide our misdeeds behind confidentiality. But do you think people will stop doing bad things if their crimes were made public? Osama bin Laden killed people in public. Confidentiality may not deter crime, but invasion of privacy can aid it by destabilizing society and causing harm to innocents like the Taliban informants. The right to know can become a weapon to harm people rather than a tool to help them. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. Mr. Lynch will now ask you a question related to your speech. The bell will ring and the timekeeper will raise the start card right after the question has been asked, and you will have 1 minute to respond. Mr. Lynch, please.
Thank you. So you made a case for the need for confidentiality in the smooth running of government. So who should make the decisions about which information becomes public and which information is kept confidential?
Actually, on how to draw the line between right to privacy and the right to know, actually the line is very clear, because when a certain issue affects the public welfare of the society, it is the time when we have the right to know, when the public has the right to know about it. But if it doesn't, it's only for public entertainment or public curiosity, this is the time when we should respect privacy. And let's take the example of Mr. Henry Tang. He built an illegal basement, and this is the time when we have the right to know, because it affects the public on judging whether he's a suitable candidate to be the next CEO of Hong Kong. And it benefits the public welfare in the sense that we will be aware whether he has the integrity and whether he'll be able to manage the government properly. But on the other hand, whether he has an alleged affair or not, we don't have the right to know about this, because we have to respect his privacy, because it is not related to his work.
Thank you. Time is up. A second question will now be asked by Mr. McLavin. Again, the bell will ring and the timekeeper will raise the start card right after the question, and you may then respond to the question. Mr. McLavin, please.
Thank you. The influx of pregnant mainland women into Hong Kong hospitals has become a major concern here. But some claim that these mothers can actually solve Hong Kong's problem of a low birth rate. Do you agree that Hong Kong needs new immigrants, including those from the mainland?
Indeed, I cannot deny the fact that there is a low birth rate in Hong Kong, and indeed we need new immigrants. But the point is, a lot of mainland pregnant mothers are coming to Hong Kong, and that to an extent that Hong Kong hospitals cannot afford to take care of these pregnant mothers. And so I think that Hong Kong should have a policy on the number of pregnant mothers coming to Hong Kong, because or else it will become a vicious cycle instead of really increasing the number of people in Hong Kong and increasing the birth rate. This is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Please take a seat.